Yes, I want to start the stream and I'm still logged in. There's fireworks in the back, because of course there is. Happy New Year. Right, of course that doesn't work. I need to choose save as, not open as. Wait, it's already filled? I doubt it. But just in case, I'm gonna restart. Because I just don't trust it. Right, and while Photoshop starts up the update, book 5 has been edited. And I sent it today to the editor. Could have sent it earlier, but A, I forgot, and B, the editor was not available, so there was no point of sending it earlier anyway. So, and today I started writing a short story called Seas of Sand. Where is it? That's this one. And I found out that if I want to write this correctly, I may have to write My Heart's Desire as well, simultaneously, because it takes place around the same time, and that helps with time placement. But we'll see if it's actually needed. Yeah, the scooters are well. And currently, actually, we have to watch out for the fat bikes, because I see a lot of young kids about the age of 12, 13 on fat bikes, and they're not using it to help them cycle. They're just using the motor part. Okay, I think this is gonna be it. I'm just gonna send it for triple check that I'm not getting details wrong. But anyway, I'm pretty much in writing mode. I've been drawing way too much and finally get to write again, and I really missed it. So also that's part of the reason I'm late today. Also watched the video that I really wanted to see, and that was a bit long. Also sneezing. My allergies are really ramping up again, and it doesn't help that I'm tired, because then I'm extra vulnerable. So, if the title is that important, we'll just use it again on purpose. And use a French word at it as well. On the wrong layer. And save. And I send a message privately, so please check that. And I'm not going to look up what the French gendarmerie is looking like. That might be for later, but right now I just want to sketch first. This is wrong. I don't want the blinkiness. And I don't want the buzz, so I'm going to turn off my sound. And I'm going to turn it off until tomorrow. There we go. This adventure really makes me think that victims are being abandoned. This is a true story of someone who was robbed in Paris, luckily no violence, of their phone and other possessions. Um, and first off, most police stations are closed on a Sunday, so you have to find a police station somewhere. Then when you find a police station, they want a number that's in your phone, you know, the one that's just been stolen. In this case, also the wallet was stolen, so no money for a hotel, and you just missed your train. Well, go sleep on the street. Sucks to be you. And when you want to call your family, there are no public phones anymore. You can't call them. You're stranded in Paris. Nobody wants to help you. Well, eventually someone did help. Saver of the day. But seriously, if you get robbed, in the past you were already screwed, but now you're even more screwed because everything is digital and no one wants to help. Because maybe you're not a victim, maybe you're one of those scammers or pretending to be a victim. So this was, yeah. I'm glad it didn't happen to me, but it did happen to someone dear to me. And if I ever find those persons who did this, I wish them a bathtub filled with Lego bricks. And if you know me, you know I really despise violence. Also, there's a lot of noise outside. Yeah, it's not really progress. People are being made dependent on their phones. But when their phones are lost, it's like, well, you shouldn't have put it all on your phone. You should have taken this. You should have taken that. Want a replacement card? It now will get sent to your phone. Yeah, and what if my phone gets stolen? Oh, this is the wrong. Great. It was a nice one, but it was the wrong brush with. If your phone gets stolen, yeah, well then. So you nowadays have to take 3 or 4 phones along? Just in case your phone gets stolen, and a backup phone for when your backup phone gets stolen? Yes, someone subscribe to my YouTube channel. I didn't click open. I don't even have this installed over here. Yeah, you should probably keep your phone very near to you. Probably close to your heart. It will probably get an AED function in the future, so when you get a heart attack, your phone can resuscitate you. So you don't need to call the ambulance anymore, your phone will just reset your heart. And how dare you have an emergency in the weekend? I'm not saying the Netherlands is much better, but at least we have police stations that are open for emergencies. even if they don't really like it. Most of the time they want you to have an appointment, but if there's an emergency, they just help you. At least that's my experience. But honestly, I can understand why people steal such a thing as a phone. They just hope to get a few dimes, especially if you've been in Paris and you see how much homeless people are there. I'm not saying it's okay that they steal things, but I'm starting to understand it. They have nothing. And they're expected to fend for themselves. Well, then that's this what you get. People are fending for themselves. Yep, reset the phone, sell it at the pawn shop, get a few euros, maybe 10, maybe 20. And that's all. But at least they can buy a loaf of bread for maybe a day or two. Not that they have a home. Unless they are people who are not poor and just steal because they want to make a few bucks so they can do what? Buy a game? Okay, now let's look for a gendarmerie. And pictures. I'm not sure which one I should have. There's a couple of caps I can use. I think I'm going to go for the very classic one. Maybe a bit stereotypical, but at least people will recognize it then. And the little line over here. No, that's not correct. It's a thin line at the bottom and a thin line at the top. And I have yet to find a front-facing image of the cap, so I know what the symbol is on top of it, but I don't want to use the party one as a reference. Seriously, all those gendarmerie pictures are either costumes or from the back, probably to protect the people. The back or the side, or they're just military. So can't really see it. Okay, well, I made a generic symbol. Anyway, I managed to write quite a lot for Seas of Sand. So my guess is I need about 2 weeks to write it. And my heart's desire is probably a lot shorter. So my guess is in about 3 weeks I have it complete. Then my guess is that my editor will be done with the final round as well. At least that's a guess. If it doesn't make it, I'm fine with it. And then I can focus on publishing it. For today, I know that sounds weird, I really don't want to do another 3D print sketch trace. So I'm thinking about continue the cover of book 6. That's needed anyway, so I will only do it a little bit because I also need to continue my Christmas card. I planned to do that yesterday, but I was home later than expected. Dinner was done later than expected. Chores took longer than expected, so I need a guideline. Okay, this is a weird mouth, doesn't fit. So my plan for first day is to clean up in my micro studio again. Next first day is Texas, by the way. That's not this week just yet, so I'm gonna save a bit with that. Sunday I'm unavailable due to studio work, so I might be able to stream in the evening, but I'm not counting on it, so that's why I want to stream first day evening. If I am able to stream on first day, that's fine. And I just have a little bit of backup. My faux stained glass still hasn't dried, but that was to be expected. I think I might need one more layer with the yellow as far as I can see thus far. So in case I don't, then I don't. So today's extra is probably gonna be that's wrong. The cover. Already was quite far with the cover, so And for those who were interested, I had my Young Adult Book Festival last Friday, and it was amazing. I met a famous book talker and famous authors, and well, they're just, you just taste the experience from them, because they don't talk about how many pages they wrote. No, they talk about how many words they wrote. Honestly, I have no idea. I did check with the Dutch book of book 5, and I believe it was about 20,000 words. And honestly, I'm like, okay, so 20,000 words, and I believe they said that a good book should have about 50,000 words. And I was like, my books are already so thick and heavy. If I would make it twice, it would be insane. I just want to write, and people will either like it or not. I think you can check out how many words the dictionary has. I believe that's available online. But it depends on which language, by the way. Because there's a language, I did check online which language has the least words, and it's, I believe, a tropical language. They have about 2 to 3,000 words or something like that. And honestly, I want my language to have little words as well. Not like 700 synonyms for just one word, but of course all the modern words are not known in the Saken language. For example, they don't have computer, they don't have smartphone. Those are words that are not needed. And if they do get used in Saken, I'm gonna invent some words like the many things machine or something like that. Just doing it the French way with le ordinateur. That's, by the way, the only word I remembered from French. There are other words. I believe the German do it sometimes as well, like Krankenhaus. That's, by the way, that's, we have Ziekenhuis, which is the same. So we do it as well. But I just want to make up funny names they can say in Saken. That would be meaningless to people who don't know what it is, but it also won't alarm them, because modern technology is forbidden on Saken. But I still want to, when I'm a bit less stuffed with things I have to do, and I always have way too much things to do, I want to do a call out or a request, give me a sentence and I'll translate it to Saken, and that's how I get even more words. Also, I did a craft stream last Sunday evening, by the way, and I completely forgot I had a new sushi ready. But I'm going to try something else with that other sushi. I'm going to use gesso. Not the horrible gesso that keeps on failing that I want to toss out, but I'm still going to find a use for gesso. But another type of gesso. See if that helps adhere the paint. but we'll see how things go. I mean, it's almost October, so things are feeling rushed with my projects. I'm actually not even sure if I can test print all the things I wanted to have test printed before 2024, so I need to set priorities. Like, this is going to be released first, so this needs to be test printed first. I have another project I have to put on the back burner way back, and if you catch my drift, that's actually a spoiler, so that will be later. I just try to do my best. Oh, that's the wrong one. And that's also the reason why I decided to do an Anno comic. Because that way it's a bit faster. I didn't get anything to drink along because I was rushed. So hereby, take a sip in my name. Hydrate, drink. I'll fill up after the stream. Sure, I could get up and actually get some, but nah. And because of the silence, I'm of course thinking about subjects, what to talk about. And then you just, because you want to fill the silence, you just think, maybe I should talk about things that happened during my daily day, which is technically gossiping, and people might misinterpret it. So, yeah. If you have a subject, feel free to tell me. But I want to, oh, well, this is in this case a bit of my advantage. I'm doing it wrong. Well, I'll just do it differently, so enough. It's not something I can, or I need to redo everything, so I'm just gonna do this and do this. Then I'm going to do this and unlock this one, because of course I made a stupid mistake again. Okay. Now I'm going to do, no, that's wrong. I need to do this. Well, considering it's France, let's first do one in red. That one is white, so we're doing it grayish. And then we have blue. And do we have another color available? What's another? French colors. French colors. That's just the words for French colors. I'll just do a very dark blue then. You'll see these are different people anyway. And now we're going to make a little reddish scarf because the talise is red, or the TGV. It's talise. TGV is grayish? Not really sure. Gendarmerie hat was very dark blue. And this backpack is going to be green. Somehow I like green for bags or jackets, despite me knowing the actual color. But you know, privacy. And I'm just gonna make it a yellowish green closing thing. And I want some whites of the eyes, but it doesn't work with that one. Right, because it's set on multiply, so I need to make a new layer just for the whites of the eyes. And the desk needs a color. Somehow I often you choose green. Whoops, wrong layer, wrong layer. Why does it even have a wrong layer? There we go. First we're gonna shade it quickly. Oh, that's actually way too bright. That's eye-piercingly bright. But luckily I know a tool to turn down the saturation. There we go. And now the background. This is outside and this is out. Wait, actually, I probably need to do this differently. No, first I'm gonna do A and then I'm gonna do B. First of all, sliders or whatever they're called. And the inside is creamish. That's way too strong for highlights. That was that part. Now, our little French desk. That needs some shades, by the way. We'll have a soft bluish background. Can't really see the gendarmerie shading. I'm really going all over the place with my shading and all. This is not my most organized one. And now we can do these two. This one needs to be no, wait, I'm gonna change it. You are going to be color. Wait, this doesn't work because I first need to merge the layers. You perhaps overlay, darken. I'm probably gonna need to do some color tweaking. Somehow this doesn't want to layer. Why not? First we're gonna save it because we need to figure out what the heck is going on. Right, because it's grayscale. And it doesn't like grayscale. Of course it doesn't. First, and it doesn't like the blue, so we're just redoing it. So this one can stay because it needs to be blue anyway. And this one needs to be sunset. How about I just do it like this? Save it. And I do a gradient. There's probably a sunsetty like thing. Seriously, this is the worst way I ever did this. Now to fit all the text in here. I'm missing my white of the eyes again, so probably gonna do that next. Why is it gone? Like I said, this is not my most fantastic way I've ever done it, something, but well, all the text fits. Not everyone can be present today, so I'll be there. There might be a change in the print version eventually, if there's a typo somewhere there. So save this comic. It might become worthless, actually. Just like NFTs. That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. So much art I still need to post on my DeviantArt. Anyway, you guys can go text check. Well, I'll be typing the other text off screen for now, so you can check. It's the 26th. Okay, thank you for your text check. And this is the other text I got. I'll be sending this to others, by the way. And while you guys are checking, I can look at my little to-do list. Okay. Well, I'll be uploading depending on YouTube. I will probably be working on my Christmas card. And that isn't really important. I'm slightly behind schedule. Now to finish up, because I hadn't saved this image just yet. I need to reset it again. And when it's saved, that's when I get to make the banner. No, I did not forget. And otherwise, even if I had forgotten about it, I would have found out when I would be sending the comic. Yes, save. Not really that important, but right. And now I need to go to, let's see. Oh, I made a separate folder now. That's nice. And let's see how far I got. Got a pattern in the clothes. Got the globe done. This is, by the way, just to have a feel how it's going to look. So it's pretty much more shading. Globe is pretty much done as far as I can see. Background is done. Still want to make this in a 3D papercraft one day, but that's low priority. So I'm probably gonna do some hair because I like doing hair. This will eventually have colored outlines, but I can't do that until the image is done because then I know what colors I should pick for the outlines. First we're gonna look for my hairbrush. Wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, that's spray. Where did I put my hairbrush? Of course, I'm so disorganized. Speckles, flowers, glitter. Was it one I made myself? Natural hair, not one I made myself, but there we go. The first color we're going to make is actually this dark color. But I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Yep. Yep, I'm going to do that differently. There we go. I'm going to make a selection of this. Wait, that's not working. Make a selection of this. Okay. And now, if I paint with my brush, the one I just had, it's okay if it slightly goes out of line because, you know, hair doesn't follow straight lines anyway. This is supposed to be soft light. Multiply. Oh, great. This is one of those thingies where it doesn't follow the effects I select. That should be here. There we go. Now it should follow the effects. Yes. See, I'm learning. I'm learning. Still very proud of those fingers. Don't recall where I've got the pose from. but I think I made it up myself. Don't do everything just to get some variation in the hair colors. That's wrong. There, this and that. Perhaps it helps if I zoom out slightly so I can actually see what I'm doing. Just gonna test something, also save. This is a big file, so it takes a while to save because of course it's a big file. And can you imagine if I would have done this with Photoshop? Photoshop would have crashed ages ago. I would have been forced to do it in parts. Now I still try to minimize things, so it's still not perfect, but at least doing my part. Right, now let's see if it helps adding some yellow as highlights. Oh, that's a bit too much. And in the end I still can't start doing colored line because I just need to do some more shades. So this is actually a bit too dark, but I can always lower the opacity. That doesn't make sense. Follow the flow of the hair. Luckily there isn't any little ants dancing around on my preview, so that helps me. Multiply. New layer. Just do the darkest parts and some various things. just to get a little bit of diversity in the hair. I know that book 4 and 5 had very stylized covers. Now to add some other colors. I always like drawing Narak with rainbowish hair. Officially she has mostly purple hair, but you know, it just gives a little bit more oomph, a little bit more color. Okay, got an extra correction. Mm-hmm. There we go. Not too much, not too much. Don't overdo it. Now some hints of green, but very slightly hints of green. Because the green is often very overwhelming. Like I said, rainbow hair. And there's pink in there. Okay, and now I'm going to duplicate the entire folder. I'm gonna merge this folder. Layer settings, selection, merge selected layers. Okay, then we're going to keep this as a backup. I'm gonna lock it but hide it, and then we're gonna duplicate it. There we go, and we're going to use a blur. And use it slightly. How about I take this out of the folder and I make this slightly less. Slightly. And this one goes up. Okay, so that's just the basic hair. Now you just need to do some shading. Saving. There we go. And now we're going to call it a shade. paint and apply. First we're going to do the darkest part, and that's and Happy New Year. That's going to be multiply. Make it dark purple this time. Now we're going to create highlights. We'll call it lighten. No. Overlay. Or soft light. Overlay. Still not dark enough on certain parts. That's way too light. Of course, it doesn't help that the rest isn't shade just yet, so. Multiply. And one more time. Okay. Saving, of course. This one is a bit too bright. No. So this needs to be moved outside. So that's why it wasn't working. This is slightly too dark now, so Not really that much fan of it just yet. It's the highlight guide. And just see how this works. It's a bit too light. Okay, so this is my line art. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Of course I can recolor things, so it's okay if I'm a bit sloppy right now. So this doesn't really work with all of them, because at some points the hair is just too dark. Just to give it a little bit more depth. It just looks so out of place because it's so detailed shade, while the rest isn't shaded just yet. Just looks like she's being a hunchback, but of course her clothes are being blown back slightly. Everything else needs to be, well, the clothes need to be more detailed shade. Skin is not getting too much shade because, well, it's skin. There's not much variation you can get in that except for color. I'm going to do the eyes, by the way. because I really like those eyes. And I can probably do those lips as well. So of course this is still far from done, but we're getting there. I don't think this is going to be my favorite cover. I actually don't really like Narako just yet. But maybe that'll change when I've shaded it all. And sometimes it just needs to grow on you. I mean, this is still pretty zoomed in. The actual image will probably be something like this. Well, you probably still see it smaller, but I'm going to make some wispy hairs. Because I like to, and that's pretty much the last I'm gonna do for today. That's too thick, which I already guessed. You need single strands for this, 1 pixel strands. This is probably gonna get some fixing at the end anyway, so. I'm not very good at making unique strands. It's way too long for Wispy Wisp. Well, 1.7 pixel now. Even thinner. Don't really like this one that much. No, that one doesn't look nice. Smaller than a pixel. Not sure how that's working. Okay. So a few wisps, and it actually improves the hair a lot. I don't think I should do more. I don't think that would improve things. So next time I'm probably gonna do the skin, and I'm going to save the clothes for last, and then an overall shading to improve that. And the back of the book, you know, the one with the excerpt or summary or whatever, that's probably going to be, let's see, probably this is going to be the background, because I still really like it, and this way I can reuse the background. Right, that's the cover. One step further. So I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, and while that's uploading, I'm going to do work on my Christmas card, and of course send the penny comic to the newspaper agency or whatever. So this was it for today, and I'll be seeing you. Bye bye. Oh, why does it keep on looking so weird? Bye bye. See, that's better.